Hello everyone, and welcome to the playoff edition of the Wilkes Journal-Patriot's high school football rundown presented by Cooks and produced by RiverStreet Productions. I'm sports editor Zach Colburn, and I'm joined as always by assistant sports editor Brandon Moree, who will be with us in just a minute to take a closer look at this week's games. The first round of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association High School Football State Playoffs came and went on Friday night, but for the two Wilkes County teams that were in action, both of them saw their seasons come to an end. Brandon's got more on those games over at the big board.
Thanks, Zach. That's right. Two Wilkes County teams were in action on Friday night. Wilkes Central was at home as they hosted the Pisgah Black Bears, and that's the game we're going to start with by taking a look at some of the highlights. Pisgah picked up the 34-20 win to upset the Mountain Valley Athletic Conference champions and to end their season in the first round. Tyler Bowles had a strong night running to finish off what's been a great year for him. That was his one touchdown run. It came in the third quarter. It was actually freshman running back Joe Ray Morrison who led the Eagles in the game. We'll take a look at his stats a little bit later, but it was the freshman quarterback from Pisgah that had the big night. He went 15 for 24 for 243 yards and 2 touchdowns. He did have 2 interceptions, including the one we just saw in that last highlight there from John Rosales. Anyway, for the Eagles, it was Joe Ray Morrison. Like I said, he had 164 yards on just 6 carries. He scored on twice. Those were his first 2 touches of the game. He found the end zone. Tyler Bowles had 25 carries for 69 yards and a score. He also had 2 catches for 20 yards. And Camden Wyatt went 4 for 13 for 47 yards. He had 7 carries for 29 yards, and he caught a pass from Skylar Brooks for 16 yards. Okay, on the road in Whiteville, 240 miles from Hayes, North Wilkes squared off with the Whiteville Wolfpack, and the Wolfpack had a little bit too much speed for the Vikings. That is running back Keyshawn Bellamy right there, and he turned that 4th and short into a 61-yard touchdown run that ended up being the difference maker as it gave his team the 21-7 lead, and the Vikings could not complete the comeback from there. They were hampered by a couple of turnovers. They had a turnover on downs on the goal line, and they had 2 different fumbles inside the red zone. That's what ultimately did the Vikings in. Jarrett Grimes had another big game to cap off what has been a spectacular career for him. He had 48 carries for 290 yards and a touchdown, but Tom Moss was too much for the Vikings. He went 9 for 18 for 248 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. All of those went to wide receiver Cameron Smith. Congratulations to the Wolfpack. They will be at Mountain Heritage in the second round. They're going to have about a 600-mile round trip, in the second round. Okay, that's going to do it for the highlights. Let's take a look at the play of the week. We're going back to Moravian Falls, and one more time for Tyler Bowles. He's been here several times this year, up and over the top on a 2-point conversion in the Eagles' first round loss. Congratulations on a great season for both the Eagles and the Vikings. That's going to do it for me. Zach, back to you.
Thanks, Brandon. Just one Wilkes County team is still left in the state playoffs as the East Wilkes Cardinals will begin their playoff run at home Friday night against East Surrey in a rematch of a Week 1 matchup. And you can follow all of that action at our Instagram and Twitter accounts at WJP_sports. And while you're at it, like us on Facebook as well. This has been the playoff edition of the Wilkes Journal-Patriots High School Football Rundown presented by Cooks. We'll see you on Friday night.